Hi guys, I'm Bill Beto and welcome to an episode of Citadel Forged with Fire that is purely about farming. We're going to do farming from beginning to end. So, the first thing with farming is you need to have unlocked the farm plots. It's key to get into the knowledge tree, and the farm plots are part of this alchemy tree here. So you need to have already unlocked the conjuring cauldron and the deconstructor, and then you can unlock the farm plot. Now in theory just a farm plot is enough to start on farming, but in reality you probably want to unlock the sprinkler and the mana generator as well, because this may well be the first time you've needed to use a mana generator. And also, it's handy to have Hobart's growth solution, because you need to fertilise your crops, and Hobart's growth solution is quite good for that. So, if we look at the costs of building these things, they appear in the magic menu. So you left click to go forward through these menus, you right click to go back, and they're a medium size item. So there we go, the sprinkler takes 30 flawless rune gems and 30 enchanted stone. The farm plots each take 8 mulch, 20 enchanted stone and 20 flawless rune gems. Now you usually build farms with a sprinkler in the middle and 8 farm plots in a square around it. So to build one set of farm plots you need 64 mulch, 160 enchanted stone and 160 flawless rune gems. And by the time you've added the sprinkler and the mana generator, which is 20 enchanted stone and 20 flawless rune gems, to get a basic farm setup going you probably need 210 enchanted stone and 210 flawless rune gems. And you make those, you'll find some of those as you're collecting rune crystal, but you make those in the forge. And flawless rune gems take 3 rune crystal, so you'll need 600 and something rune crystal to make 200 flawless gems. And enchanted stone take 5 rune crystal and 3 stone, so you'll need over 1000 enchanted stone and over 600 stone to make 210 enchanted stone. So these are the kind of things you want to bear in mind when you're thinking about farming, because although you'll pick some of this stuff up in the world around you, you kind of want to get this stuff going sooner rather than later. And I've made quite a bit of this stuff already. I've made 21 Hobart's growth solution and I've made 64 mulch. Now the mulch you make in the workbench. And so that's quite a bit of yellow pine you're going to need, quite a bit of mushrooms, but the thing you're generally short of is bones, because although it only takes 1 bone to make 1 mulch, animals and skeletons, they tend to drop bones on a very infrequent basis. So I've got to level 37 and I've only just, before I started making this video, got enough bones to make 2 groups of farm plots. I'm only going to make 1 now because I've only got all the resources set up for that. But let's go into the main castle area where I am going to build the farm plots. Now it would be great to build the farm plots on the roof, but farm plots don't need sunlight, and the trouble with farming is that you're creating a plant and anyone can pick a plant. It doesn't matter whether you're PvE or PvP, anyone can pick a plant. So if you leave your farm plots out in the open, anyone could come along and pick the crops. And the effort that's involved in farming, you don't want that to happen. So I'm going to put my farm plots down here. So I'm going to go into the build menu, magic, the middle one, and let's put some farm plots down. And I think I'm going to put them there. There we go. So putting the farm plots down is dead easy. It's gathering the resources for them, that's the thing. So there we go. That's our farm. Now I'm going to put a mana generator down back here, because I want it kind of out of the way. It's a small magic item. That's as close as I can get it without it showing through the stairs. And it's not going to reach there. So we will put a little mana node just out of the way somewhere. Yeah, we'll put it there. And that then expands. It has its own sphere of influence, which now covers my farm plot, more importantly the sprinkler. And we'll end up covering the whole of the building with those, because that way when we get reformation stones, they'll be able to keep the building maintained. Right. Now if we look at the farm plot, that is, the sprinkler is gradually adding moisture to the farm plot. That's the external circle, but it's not adding fertilizer. So we've got Hobart's growth solution in our inventory, so we'll just click E and it will add Hobart's growth solution to that, and then it'll start adding fertilizer to the grow plots. Now the mana generator is charged up with rune crystals. I've put that in a weird place so you can't actually see the charging circle. But as I click E to add rune crystals, that charges up the exterior circle. And if you hold E, that will fully charge the mana generator and use up a chunk of rune crystal to do it. And that'll keep all your magical items going, including your sprinkler. So the next thing we need is seed, and you get seeds by let's look at the crafting menu. You get seeds either by deconstructing things or at the workbench. So the basic seeds like crowberry and that kind of thing, you take a crowberry to the workbench, to the deconstructor, and you deconstruct the crowberry, and that gives you some crowberry seeds. But some things you need other things to turn into them. So wheat grain, you go to the workbench and you need 2 yellow pine seeds to make each grain seed. You can't harvest grain in the wild. And you use grain for bread in the cooking recipes. Black hellebore you use in some of the armor recipes, and you make black hellebore from corpse flower seeds. You won't find corpse flower in the starter areas, you have to go a little bit further out. Mandrake seeds, you use buffalo felt seeds in the workbench to turn them into mandrake seeds, and then you grow mandrake root from the mandrake seeds. But first off, you need enough buffalo felt to make that possible. So I've already made some seeds, so I'm going to plant them, and we'll do that in first person. So E to interact with farm plot, you go up here, you don't click on this, and the first thing I'm going to do is plant buffalo felt seeds, and you can plant 6 in each farm plot. Just press E to back out. Same thing again. Just check that's full. Yep. There we go. And now I'll start on the corpse flower. Now normally if I've got enough seeds and enough farm plots, I would only have one crop in one farm plot. I wouldn't mix and match. But when I'm just starting off, I'm kind of mixing and matching them just to get some of everything. That one's full. Now I've made some frostwood saplings. You used to have to go and farm the calma flowers as well to get the frostwood sapling seeds. But as somebody pointed out on my last farming video, you can now get calma flower as a drop from farming wood. That's quite a recent change, but it is faster to do that. Okay. Now I only added one or maybe two Hobart growth solution to the sprinkler. It's still adding fertilizer, and yeah, let's add one more Hobart to it. There we go. So whilst the mana generator has power, the sprinkler will be active and it will keep on adding moisture to these plants. Whilst it's got fertilizer in, the moisture it's adding will be fertilized, and so the inner bar will be going around increasing the fertilizer, and the outer bar will be going around increasing the moisture. You can add moisture by hand and fertilizer by hand, but it's a really slow process. Oh no, we'll cancel that. Interact with plot. So you can hydrate by using rune crystals, and you can fertilise by either using mulch or Hobart growth solution. Or I think actually it might just be mulch. I don't actually use this at all. I just use the Hobarts in the sprinkler. So there we go. Those are the plants. Now, the basic plants will take about an hour to grow. The plants where you've had to make the seeds in the workbench will take about 4 hours to grow in real time. And if you don't come back and harvest the plants, they will die. So you really want to come back and harvest the plants within about 24 hours of them being grown, because it's a pain to go to all this effort and come back to a farm plot full of dead plants. Let's go and look at making seeds. I find it much easier to see what's going on when I'm in third person. So I've got some crowberry on me. So you right click to move the crowberry into the deconstructor, and it will make some crowberry seeds and some sugar. Deconstruct. E to loot. And I got 61 crowberry seeds and 28 sugar. It's a little bit random, but you get similar amounts each time that you do it. And then crowberry seeds you can either plant, or in the workbench you can turn those into rowan bush seeds. So that's the process. You either deconstruct the basic items in the deconstructor and you get the seeds of that item, or you bring those seeds to the workbench and you turn them into other seeds. That's how you get all the seeds in the game. And then you use the end products for whatever you need them for. So we will come back in a little while. It'll be very quick for you. It'll be 4 hours and a bit for me. And then we'll pick the crops and you can see what results you get from your farming efforts. So thanks for watching and bye for now. We will see you very soon. And as if by magic, several hours have passed, so let's go and check on the crops and our tame bear. I'm really going to have to put a door in this building, a bit lower down. So these are the grown crops. If when you look at it, it says remove plant, then it's not fully grown. So let's I've got virtually nothing in my inventory and certainly no plants. So let's pick one of each of the plots. So one plot of frostwood gives you 18 frostwood. And one plot of buffalo felt leaves gives you 36 buffalo felt leaves. And one plot of rowan berries gives you 18 of those. We'll do a full plot of corpse flowers. We've got 36 corpse flowers. Let's do a plot of wheat. And we've got 36 wheat. And some karma flowers. And we've got 36 of them. So you get, depending on the level of the plant really, you get a different result from your farming efforts. But that's a good start. That'll set us up. We can make more seeds and then grow more plants. Just takes a little while to harvest them. And there we go. So that's the net result from 2 sets of farm plots with a varying amount of seeds in them. And I had 21 Hobart's growth solution. So I've grown all those crops and all of those farm plots are back at fully fertilized. There you go. So that's how you do farming. And then you take those crops back to the deconstructor or the work deconstructor first, turn them into seeds, and then either plant those seeds or use the seeds to make other seeds in the workbench. And so it goes. Let's fly. Oops. It's much easier to see what you're doing in third person. And that's it. So that's farming. It's fairly straightforward. It takes a load of resources to get going in the first place, but then once you get going, It's really easy to do, and over time you just build up your resource of seeds and plants that you're going to turn into seeds. So that's it for now, guys. I hope that's been useful. If it has, do hit the like button, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.